The Sign Language Interpreter Training Program at TJC will celebrate its 20th year of ASL training this spring. We spoke with Department Chair of Sign Language Interpreting, Rhonda McKenzie, and she said not only is the deaf community larger than one may expect, but also the need for interpreters is high.
There's a huge need locally, statewide, and nationally for certified interpreters and qualified interpreters because there's just not enough. And we're trying to meet that need with our program. But it's not easy. The 2-year program is quite challenging, and not everybody can do it. They think that it's easy, and then they go to our ASL 1 class, and first they're blown away because there's no talking. Everything is done in gesture or writing on the board, and they start learning sign. It's through immersion. And then they sometimes get freaked out because they have a teacher who is deaf, and so they're forced to learn how to communicate and within the deaf culture. And I prefer students to learn the foundation of sign language. The ABCs, I feel like it's pretty simple. They can learn that on their own. First, I want them to learn that they can gesture. They can write back and forth if they can't communicate. We start with the basics like 5 WH, who, when, where, why, how. So I feel ABCs, that can be learned later or on their own. First, when they get into my class, they're all scared because I'm deaf. How am I going to communicate with her? How am I going to do this? So I tend in the first class, I start with writing on the board, getting to know them, getting to know me. And I tell them, if you can't communicate, you can gesture, you can write something back and forth. By the 3rd or 4th class, they feel more comfortable and they can relate with me. They don't have to know sign language to communicate with a deaf person. There's different other ways they can communicate. By the time they have me for ASL 2, 3, 4, and 5, the comfort's there because they know me well enough. And I always tell them my motto, I don't bite.